What's up guys, Eternal here, and today I'm gonna show you how to play Veigar. So let's start with the last ring, and I'll be playing against Orianna. Let's get to his skill explanation. On passive, striking an enemy champion with a spell grants Veigar a stack of phenomenal evil, giving him +1 ability power. And takedowns on champions grant additional 5 stacks instead. You want to take Q first. So Q deals damage to the first 2 targets hit. It stops on minions, so you need to keep in mind that. Killing a unit grants Veigar 1 stack, and killing large monsters or large minions grant him 2 stacks instead. So lane you want to get minions to low health and then Q like this, and that way you gain stacks. So let's try getting level 2 first, and usually at level 2 you take W, so it depends if you are playing against something aggressive, then sometimes it's worth taking E second, but usually just to keep the wave pushed you take W second. So this is W, it has a short delay, but its ability power scaling is huge. Now that way Orianna will lose some CS, and usually you use W after E. E is a stun that connects after half second. And it's fine if you just get 1 stack from Q, it's just important to constantly keep stacking, because Veigar will be able to one-shot anyway later in the game, so your goal on lane is just to farm. And I'm using TP. TP is good on Veigar. Usually you want to back at 1300 gold when you can get Lost Chapter, and Q is an ability that you want to max first. So sometimes when you have only 1 minion in front of you, you can Q, and sometimes your enemy will come closer, you can surprise him like that and deal some damage, gain additional stack just from landing ability on your enemy. And generally I recommend playing Veigar. He's in a good spot right now, especially lower elo. The most important thing about him is that it's not too complicated and have nice damage. So unfortunately I will have to back earlier than I expected to. Actually, if you happen to recall so fast, Dark Seed is good. And let's take boots in case Kindred comes again and I don't have flash, so maybe that way I get away. And late game you need to keep in mind not to use W too often, just to keep stacking constantly with your Q, because since W scaling is so good, later from just a single ability you'll be able to take whole wave. And after Lost Chapter you want to take this item. Sometimes it's good to take Echo, but generally I'm holding on to Challenger build, and this one especially because it scales 20% from your ability power is so good with the slow as well, so that way you can land your stun easier. And since Veigar can get infinite ability power stacks, it's so good. So the most important stat on Veigar is Magic Pen, and your core items will grant you Magic Pen, because you get stacks anyway, so you don't have to buy Death Cap that fast. It's even better to go Zonia before Death Cap, because with all the Magic Pen you have this ability power anyway. So now Ultimate. Ultimate is an auto target spell, something like any skill The most important thing about ultimate is the fact that the less health your opponent has, the better the damage is. So you should be casting your ultimate at the very end of your combo. And sometimes you shouldn't hesitate to just press ultimate, because your Q can be dodged or flashed, and sometimes you can end up not killing anyone when you could just press ult. And enemies often underestimate Veigar's damage, so followed by electrocute, you can really do much. So of course Veigar can be played with different keystones. Some play with Predator, some play with Arcane Comet, but generally I think Electrocute is the best keystone because it helps Veigar doing what he's the best at. One-shotting helps him to get that little bit more damage needed. Let's sell boots and get Lost Chapter. Lost Chapter is important because it grants so much mana, cooldown reduction. And with this build, thanks to the runes and Sonya, we will reach 40% CDR, so later in the game Veigar's ultimate cooldown will be around 40 seconds only, so I can really imagine that you'll be able to cast your ultimate very often. I didn't use my E yet, but this is the indicator, so your opponent can move freely when being inside that, but once he steps on the edge, he gets stunned. And the stun scales with rank, so the last rank, the stun duration is 2.5 seconds, that's huge. Thanks to that, Veigar is really impactful later in the game. As Veigar, you should be constantly searching for pickups with your E, because after having your E maxed and you want to max it second, getting someone in the area of effect results in a kill almost 100%. Guys. Close. Not sure why Agas didn't Q faster. Like, I did it so fast because I expected his Q, followed by ultimate, and then I just finished off. In the end it wasn't enough, but still, heal wasted, flash wasted, that's okay. And when casting W without having your E, you should be trying to predict your enemy movement. This W is so slow, like it takes 1.2 seconds to trigger, but in advance the damage is very huge. Then the way Kindred can gank. So as Veigar, it's important not to die on lane, just keep stacking. Veigar has one of the best late games. So because of that, has huge comeback potential. Even if you do bad in the game, if the game will start long enough, then just one good ult with E and you are back in the game, you can take some objectives. Okay, he's coming again, he should be coming. I'm gonna pretend like nothing is happening. Actually, let's take that longer stun duration, and that's enough, yeah. Also on runes I'm using Taste of Blood, so thanks to that I'm gonna heal on some amount of damage. And Veigar is the champion that takes so much from that. As you can imagine, having 1000 ability power and healing from some percent of the damage No other champion can heal for so much as Veigar can do. The Kindred died, so actually let's push a bit more. It's okay, I take this. Because I have TP, I'm gonna return. Sometimes it's worth keeping teleport to impact, especially bot lane. Sometimes it's worth just going by foot to land a stun. Veigar ganks are strong because of his E. So is Orianna pushing? Not so much, so maybe I should keep my teleport. Yeah, I'll keep that. I really wanna impact bot lane. Problem is that Jax is so fed, but maybe I'll be able to one-shot him. I should be, actually. Okay, let's see. I'm waiting till they engage more and see, that's why this item is a bit better than Echo. I think the teleport time was right. I need to wait a bit till enemies come closer to my allies. Oh, then maybe I can help Irelia. You see, guys, the cooldown is low. Already having it again. Can even help yourself. Can you clearing faster? And Veigar's weakness is the fact that he lacks escapes, so when expecting a hard engage on yourself, just cast W beneath yourself and that way you can make an outplay. You should E on her and not in range yet. Red flash. Okay, actually, wait, we're doing that. Got stunned. Too much. Okay. Jeez, that stun ratio was huge actually. Maybe questionable flash, but I thought that'd be enough. Went greedy because I saw her low on resources. And the empowered Oro that scales with ability power is really great. So when having like 1000 ability power, you can imagine how fast I'd be able to take the turret. Maybe 3 shots only. Veigar is actually good at split pushing later in the game, once he gets his magic pen items. So now I don't have my magic pen items and it's still so good so far. So you will see later, I hope. This game should be close, so I'll be able to show you the full potential of Veigar. Okay, Orianna took Mercury Threads. That won't help her much, because the stun duration is huge anyway. See, I have plant. I'm gonna die here. Wait, I think Gragas could help me a bit more. Since the longer the game, the more likely we are going to win, I'm just gonna tone down my aggression a bit and just keep stacking. So now the item that you wanna get is Morello into void stuff, unless you are facing aggressive opponents with dashes, assassins, so instead of void stuff you take Zonia. Actually before that we can actually take Herald, I think. I have really low cooldowns, as you can see. Yeah, that should be ours. Okay, he's leaving that for me. Oh damn, if only... Okay, he interrupted that. But Jax knows that I'm coming. Because it would be weird for Gragas to try 1v1 Jax. Problem is that Jax is splitting. A bit too early. Let's use the Herald on top lane now. Okay, what is he trying? That should be enough. Don't have mana. And he's still chasing me. Let's see if I'll be able to get mana for my E. Yeah, I'm dead. So yeah, this game I need Zonia over void stuff. Let's start from this, so I reach 40% CDR. And by the way, Veigar takes huge advantage from Inferno, since it's based on additional ability power. So now teamfights start and I can really shine as Veigar. It's not so hard, let's see. Just remember to keep your ultimate until your enemies get low health. Yeah, I see how often I'm able to cast E, so it's often in teamfight chaos is unexpected for your enemies. So I think that this build is great because it has balance between magic pen and cooldowns. So being able to spam abilities that often, that deal so much, it's huge. Kaisa will take care of mid, so I need to answer on top. There, he shouldn't go like this. Ah. Damn, I got stunned. There's a ward here. Veigar helps so much in doing Baron. See this W. It's way easier to take Baron with Veigar than something else on mid. Surely he's great objective taker. So as Veigar you should be focused on objectives, stay behind your front line and just spam abilities. Also, it's important to place your E properly, like often on the edge, so that your enemy will have less room to make a dodge, and that way you can connect your E much easier. Oh. We can siege. Couldn't get away, good E. Now I'm just zoning them so we can take objective. It's okay if I didn't catch anyone. Just look, I zoned them and we took the red, that's how it works. But I think it's enough, we should go top. Let's heal on red a bit. That should be ours again. Need to wait out her ult. Oh, nice. Yeah, I'm doing so much to the turret. So remember to prioritize Magic Pen over Dead Cap and sometimes Zonia. At 600 ability power I am able to do so much, and you can imagine his late game potential. Now just keeping mana for E so we can finish this game. Yeah. So thank you guys for watching, hope that you learned something about Veigar, leave a like, subscribe and see you next time.